Hello, welcome back to the 71st floor. Why does that sound so awkward doing it?
Hello,
Hello.
welcome back to
It's
the robotic.
Okay, well, anyway, welcome back to the 71st floor. I am Elliot,
And I'm Konstantinos.
and this is our
We don't need
Fifth?
to number it. We don't need to number it
fifth
at this
episode.
point.
It's, yeah. If you're here, you're here for the long run now.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
in it for good.
Um,
So the last episode,
yeah, we would have just reviewed the Nintendo Switch 2 in our last episode, which I assume was very exciting
yes.
and very successful.
But you'll have to go back and watch that because
What?
Are we okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
filming this before
In
we actually
advance.
film the Switch 2 episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the Switch 2 comes out, not next week,
June
the week
5th.
after.
Yeah, in 10 days.
So we've got 2 weeks, and then I think we'll do like a week of like maybe ish testing. Not testing.
Yeah.
It's no, we're not that important. We are just buying it ourselves.
The tech reviewers.
Yeah, and then we're gonna just have a go.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have Theo for the Switch 2 episode.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think so.
In person or
No.
on Zoom?
On whatever,
Teams.
online, on Discord.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah.
Discord. Discord.
Yeah, Theo's our friend, who's also a Nintendo fan.
Yes.
What did you do that when I said friend? He's not our friend. We hate that bitch.
He's a little tag along.
Love you, Theo. So yeah, he wants to be there for the Switch 2.
Has he bought his?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He pre-ordered it from Argos as well. Like a week later.
Oh, did he?
We told you the story.
Well, I have a very shite memory.
I think we're going to talk about our pre-order journeys on the Switch 2 episode, so I'm not going to say now.
Okay. I mean, mine is very
well,
boring.
ours is connected.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we would have just done that.
Mhm.
Very excited. And yeah, we want to just kick this off by talking about Nintendo in general, I guess.
Yeah.
They're very in the spotlight right now, I'd
Mhm.
say.
Exciting times.
Yes.
But to me, I feel like Nintendo has always been like I don't know. No, it's always been like the joke of the gaming community, but
More
I feel
so in recent years.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, they're kind of the most iconic.
I know.
When you think about it, like, who else is doing it like Nintendo? Who has like these
Literally nobody.
like iconic characters and stuff that you've had for like
But
decades and decades?
not just the characters, but like even their consoles. They've always been like game changing. They've not just been a home console, you know,
Mhm.
like a PlayStation, and then do the same thing for 5 generations, an Xbox, and do the same thing for whatever. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
every generation, they tried to, like, pun intended, switch it up. You know, from the Game Boy to the DS to the 3DS to the Switch to the Wii to the Wii U, all that.
Oh, not the Wii U. Girl.
Not the Wii U,
Not the
yeah, we
Wii
don't
U.
talk about the Wii U, but the Wii.
The Wii U does not exist.
Yeah, they always like come up with all these creative
Mm.
ways of playing games, and obviously they're more family oriented.
Yeah. I think the thing that gets me about it is like the nostalgia. Even though like I was never really like a big
Nintendo kid.
Like I never had a Game Boy. My first Nintendo console was the DS.
Same.
So like, I can't be like, oh yeah, I was like a Game Boy
Well,
kid.
yeah, mine was also the DS, but I played. My older brother had a Game Boy, and I remember playing on his Game Boy. And then my sister had a Game Boy Color.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which was like a square Game Boy
Oh, like the
that
flip
flipped.
one.
Yeah. She had a pink one, and I remember playing on that as well. And then I got my own. So we had like 3 generations of Nintendo consoles. Like my brother had the Game Boy, the very original Game Boy.
Yeah.
She had the Game Boy Color, and I got the DS. And obviously we never had a Wii. I went from the DS to the 3DS to the Switch.
What did I do? I just went, I think, DS to Wii to Switch. There wasn't really anything.
Well, you
between
had
that.
the 2DS.
Yeah, but we don't talk about that.
I think the 2DS was a good idea, but it had a very specific demographic, I think.
The problem is the demographic was poor people.
Oh!
Which was me at the time. Because who is buying an ugly brick console thing
My
that
cousin
does
bought
the
it.
same? Okay, your cousin is poor.
No, he's not.
But like, I don't know, because the 2DS XL thing
that went back to the flip,
Yeah.
which
So
kind of
why
defeated
did
the
they-
whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, to me, it was ridiculous. It was just like, oh, you want to play these 3D games without the 3D, so take this really shit version of the console, and then I don't know. It was just weird. And then I think they must have made the 2DS like the brick.
Yeah.
Then they were like, oh, here's the 2DS XL. And it was like, so why would you get the brick version? Obviously, it just made it completely obsolete because it's like a bigger screen. The right shape, which I didn't even realize, the screen shape is like square on a 2DS.
Is it?
Yes.
But
And
well,
it
no,
also
it
just
still
runs
has
like
to
dog
be.
shit.
It still has to be the same aspect ratio as the 3DS in order to play those games.
I don't think it is.
No, it is.
I don't think it is.
It is just smaller. It's the same. It's a smaller screen, but it's the same aspect ratio. Because it won't be able to play 3DS games if it's not the right aspect ratio.
Well, we'll see about that. But to me, it looks more square anyway. So it just
and also smaller.
It just runs awful. Like,
does it?
Playing
Ultra Sun
on it, I'm just like, literally anytime there's more than 2 Pokemon on screen, it's like,
yeah, I mean,
it just gets really janky. I'm like, I don't want to be playing like this.
I mean, even on the 3DS, well, Theo has the the original 3DS XL, and I got the new 3DS XL, which had some performance improvements. And when we both had the Gen 7 games, Pokemon, and you could tell the difference. Like on the new 3DS, it run way better, but it still had a few moments where it chugged. But I think that's because those games just pushed to the 3DS to its absolute limits.
Which, if you look at them, you're like, what the hell?
They look very good, no?
They look fine. They're not like Switch level graphics, though. Obviously.
Well, yeah, because it's not a Switch,
yeah, I know,
obviously.
but I'm just saying, but like in comparison.
But like you're playing Ultra Sun. You played Sword and Shield before this. You can see they're the same exact engine, but obviously because the Sword and Shield is on the Switch, it's HD. But the models and the way they move and the characters and all that is the Sun and Moon engine, which is why people shitted on Sword and Shield.
Oh, shitted on it.
Yeah, because they were like, oh, you moved onto the Switch just to use the same engine, but just make it HD.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think I already told you this.
Probably, but I just don't listen, I guess.
Okay, this is not the Pokemon episode.
Yeah, this is not the Pokemon. But
which we will have.
I mean, to me, like the Wii, if you never had a Wii.
No.
Never,
I played it on... I played on friends'
like,
Wiis.
that was just iconic to me. Like, I literally like
it is.
The Switch is my not the Switch. Fuck the Switch. The
wow,
Wii.
he got a Switch too, and now he's like, fuck the Switch.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I agree.
But the Wii was just so good. Like the games on it, like it was just so fun and different. Like it was the first time you really had like motion controls that were like decent.
Yeah.
Like even Wii Sports, which was like, I don't know what they call it, the game that you get in the box.
Yeah, I think it was.
What do they call them?
I think it was Wii Sports.
Yeah, but they have a name. Like those type of games where it's like free game.
Me.
No.
They use the Miis.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean, like, there's like a name for a
know.
game that comes with the console.
Oh, like a bundle? No, like a...
I don't know. Anyway, it's yeah.
I get what you mean.
But that was like such a good game, like a standalone game on its own. Like Wii Sports, like what? That was free? You're telling me that was free, and now you can't even get a free game.
It's like Astro's Playroom on PS5, which was a free. Yeah. It's a free game that comes with PS5, and it's a great game. And now the Switch 2 is charging for the...
Just to be like, look at the pixels.
Yeah, it's literally just a tutorial. That was the weirdest decision they've made for this release.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? I was watching, there's these two people who used to work for Nintendo, Kit and Krista. I don't know if you've seen them online. I follow them a lot because I used to follow them since they worked for Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
They used to do this like series on the Nintendo YouTube, the Nintendo YouTube channel called Nintendo Minute, where I think it was weekly, and they would just summarize what's going on with Nintendo. But it wasn't a minute, and the slogan was Nintendo Minute is never a minute. But they were very fun, and then suddenly they left Nintendo and they made their own podcast. The Kid and Krista podcast, I think it's called. and they basically talk all about gaming and stuff. But they're so cool, and it's so interesting because they get to talk about so many like behind the scenes about Nintendo that you wouldn't hear anywhere else. Or, yeah, they talk about why they left and stuff, and they did an episode recently where they were ranking all the Nintendo consoles in terms of like how groundbreaking they were, and they concluded that the Wii was the most groundbreaking one.
Yeah.
I think closely followed by the Switch. So I think the Switch, the way they made it both handheld and home console, I think that was very, very
that
clever.
was what the Wii U was.
Yeah, but that flopped.
It did flop, but
yeah, the
it's
Switch,
what it was supposed to be.
The Switch did it how it was supposed to be.
Yeah, but I don't know. The Wii, something about it. And you know what really irritated me the other day? I tried to buy it was like a Super Mario... Was it Super Mario? They did like a bundle. It was like 3 games. It was like Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64, I think it was, and Super Mario Galaxy, like a remaster on the Switch.
They did a remaster of Sunshine?
Yes.
Is that the one that you said you wanted to play on GameCube?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So they they also remastered that for the Switch?
Yeah, so they basically made a bundle of those 3 games that they did for like an anniversary of Nintendo or Mario or something.
Oh yeah, Mario March 10th is Mario Day because Mario is like Mar 10. Yeah.
So for that they did like a bundle of those 3 games, and I wanted to play Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario Galaxy again. I don't really care for whatever 64, but like whatever, it's in the bundle.
How much was it?
I don't know. When it came out, it would have been like normal game price, I think. But I didn't realize it was like a limited time thing. So now you can't get it anymore new. The only way you can get it is like secondhand. So like it's obviously like skyrocketed in price. And I was like searching on the Nintendo store being like, oh, what is this game? Doesn't exist.
Damn.
So I'm just like, great. So this game, because like Super Mario Galaxy, loved that game so much. Like it was like one of the best games I've ever played because it was so...
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's one of the ones that's getting a Switch 2 update now. I saved it, which I'm sure I'm going to talk about in this, or I've already talked about in the Switch 2.
Not the Pokemon.
Where the fuck is my... I can't work Twitter on the web. Where is my profile?
There.
How do I go to my profile?
At the bottom.
No, that just says log out or add existing account.
Profile. It literally says profile.
Am I blind?
Verified orgs.
More
profile.
I am blind.
You are blind. Oh, you're not verified, girl?
No, and I don't want to be.
No money to Mr. Musk.
Yeah, I say... So, the Mario games that are getting it's Super Mario 3D World that are getting a Switch 2 free update. This is like the Scarlet and Violet update. So Super Mario 3D World, Super Mario Odyssey, and...
Oh, that stupid Toad game.
Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Oh, I have that.
So not Galaxy.
No, Galaxy is a Wii
Also
game.
ARMS.
Oh.
You made us play it last
but
time.
It's not that fun.
Anyway, yeah, I'll save it actually, so we can mention it when we do our Switch episode.
Yeah, I want to play Super Mario Galaxy because that was a really fun game, and it has Rosalia in, and she's a mother. She's like more mother than Peach.
Who?
Rosalia.
Oh yeah.
Rosalina, not Rosalia.
Also Rosalia, the singer. She's in the Mario game. Coming in with mine.
So yeah.
What were we saying?
So yeah, I want to play that. But I'm not paying £100 for it. So I guess I might as well just buy a GameCube. Or I mean, I have the Wii. I still have the Wii.
I mean, you'll get GameCube for free with NSO expansion when we do it.
Yes.
But it's not every single game. It's like certain games.
Yeah. But
including the Mario one you said, Sunshine.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you literally asked me last time, and I told you.
Okay.
I checked and I told you. I said, yeah, Super Mario Sunshine, the original from GameCube, is on the GameCube NSO.
Okay, so I don't have to buy a GameCube. But yeah, my mum this.
You wanted to buy a GameCube, as in like the console?
Well, no, I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to do it. But if I really wanted to play it out, that's what I would have to do.
Oh my god! You know, probably you could emulate it somewhere.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You know, they're also selling like a GameCube controller with like the C button and everything.
Oh yeah.
For this new like GameCube release, the NSO. You don't need it to play the GameCube games, but if you wanted to like have that original controller.
Well, doesn't the new Switch 2 controller have that?
Have what?
It's like a C button or something.
Yeah. So I'm saying they added the new C button to the GameCube controller.
Right.
So the C button is the chat.
Oh yeah. So it's useless basically. But yeah, so I don't know. I want to. I think I was gonna say my mum came up this weekend and she was like, "Oh, I found in this cupboard loads of your old games.
Yeah.
Do you want to go through them, or like, can you sell any of them?" I was like, "I'm not selling any of my games."
What Nintendo games? Or
I don't
just
know.
in general?
She didn't know. She's not.
It's £60 to buy this GameCube controller, this new one.
For the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch 2.
I mean, it looks cool.
It does.
That's cheaper than a Joy-Con.
Yes, actually. I think the new Joy-Cons are like £70.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
No man, let's hope they don't drift because I'm not paying for another set. I literally just bought another pair of Joy-Cons.
I think they fixed them. I mean, we won't know until a while.
Yeah.
But I think they changed how they made them with Switch 2.
But also
£75 for a pair of Joy-Cons.
That's fine.
I guess for the pair.
Yeah. My issue is I've had PlayStation controllers that have got drift on them sooner than my Switch ones did. And Switch is getting a bad reputation for Joy-Con drift, but actually
no, PlayStation is way worse. It is. You know, actually, my Switch. I don't want to. I mean, I don't care if I jinx it because I'm literally replacing it in a week. But I've had it since what, 2020 or 2021, and never got drift. Never on my Switch. I never bought new Joy-Cons. No, nothing. The original Joy-Cons I still have, and no drift.
No drift.
Period.
No drift. No drift. Period. Yeah, no, I did have drift on mine, but I didn't really play it that much, so it didn't really bother me. But then I started playing it again, and I was like, oh, mama, I cannot play this. And also, somehow, one of the grips flew off somewhere. Don't know where it's gone. So, and that was on my one as well. You know, like when you split it and you're playing two-player,
yeah.
I would always have the blue one.
Same.
And the blue one was the one that had the grip gone. So I was like, damn.
You know,
so now I've got the cutesy pastel green and purple one.
I mean, those are also extremely nice.
But like, waste of money because I don't need them anymore. Because
you can still connect them to the Switch 2.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Okay,
you just obviously you can't put them on the Switch 2. What the fuck is all this?
Oh,
girl.
Oh, you've got stuff in your Amazon basket.
Yeah. This Switch 2 case I'm getting.
Oh, I still don't have a case.
It has these. Where is it?
What the hell is Anders doing next door?
I don't know.
It sounds like he's working in a bakery.
Oh my god, where is it? It has these like thumbsticks for the Joy-Cons.
What the heck?
And a screen protector and everything. Theo got this. Penny got it for his birthday. So I was like, yes, I'm getting the same.
Oh, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah. I have them saved. As soon as I get paid, I'm ordering them, getting ready.
But yeah, I don't know. I want to get my Wii back because that to me was like.
Is it at your parents?
Somewhere. My sister may have even stolen it because she has a face of like stealing stuff from me. Like she took my
the
camera,
kleptomaniac.
like my DSLR. She took it. I bought it for like £350 when I was in school. Used like my own money for it. Like
we could have been using it to film this podcast.
Oh, it doesn't do video.
What? A DSLR camera doesn't do video?
Well, yeah, it's from like 12 years ago.
Okay.
If you wanted to anyway,
yeah.
But yeah, she took that and then she was like, oh, can I borrow it for this thing? And I was like, okay, yeah, fine. She took it to Harry Potter World in London and then just stole it from me. And I was like, oh, do you have my camera? She's like, oh yeah, here it is. Gave it back. And then a few months later, she was like, oh, no, a few months later, she asked me where it was the other week, and I was like, I have no idea. She's used it for my nephew's. I mean, this was a while ago as well. It was his first, but he's now 2. But his first birthday, he did like a cake smash. Is he 2?
Why did I not know you have a nephew?
You did know I had a nephew.
Did I?
Yeah.
Do you see him often?
Well, every time I go home.
Oh. It's weird. I can't imagine you. I didn't know you were an uncle.
Why is that so hard to imagine?
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway.
But yeah, well, I wanted to get my nephew. Obviously, he's a bit young now, but like, I want to get him into Pokemon. So then, because I feel like Pokemon is a good thing for kids.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I'm
Get
gonna
him while they're
teach him
young.
the Pokemon.
Yes.
I've not told my sister this, but it's gonna happen.
What's your sister's name?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. If you're listening to this,
She's not gonna be listening.
give back the camera, bitch.
I mean, I don't need it. I don't need to take pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, so I think she may have taken the Wii for whatever reason. But like,
For the baby.
not for the baby. Like a long time ago.
Oh.
For like when I've had like little sleepover nights with her friends. But yeah, like I loved that shit. Like we wee wee baguette.
I feel like everybody used the Wii for Just Dance, and that was it.
I never played Just Dance.
Oh.
I mean,
Anywhere.
I've played it like a couple of times, but I never bought it because I was like, this is not fun. I hate Just Dance
What?
because it's just cringe.
What?
No,
it's not.
it is. It's not good. Like the dances are not good. The music choices are not good, and it's just always a bit like, ugh, okay.
We played it. We a few years ago when we had a big group for Christmas, we played it. Everyone, and it was such a like when there's a group of people, it's so fun.
Yeah, I just think
Mainly 'cause
anything
we make
that
fun
makes
of each
me
other.
act a fool in front of a group of people,
Act a fool, girl.
act a fool.
Act a fool.
Like, Just Dance and karaoke are 2 things that you will never catch me doing in public.
Boring.
I hate karaoke, and also we had on the Wii, I think it was called Sing It or something. It was like a game where like
You'd sing in.
you would sing and dance, and you had like characters that you'd like dance with, and like you would sing along like a karaoke thing, and that was kind of fun. But like that was only because me and my sister, and it had Disney songs on it, like Disney girls, you know, like Ali and AJ, potential breakup song.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
on
yeah.
it. And that was such a good song. But yeah, that was fun. And also Wii Music. The Wii was honestly the best. Wii Music was so
Yeah,
fun.
I never had it, so I don't really
You
know.
like used the Wii remote as like the instrument, so like you could play like the recorder or like the flute or something, and you'd have to like hold it and press like the buttons. And be, like,
Don't put it in your mouth.
No, you don't put it in your mouth. Obviously, you don't blow into it. It doesn't do anything. But like, you'd have like you could be like the singer, and the characters it would be like your me, or like you could be a singer, or you could be like a dog or a cat. So like
Okay.
so you'd be like woof woof like along to the songs, or like if you were singing you'd be like dwee 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 dwee. It was so funny.
Okay.
But yeah, I just loved it. It was just so like chaotic in the best way possible.
So you hate karaoke. What would your go-to karaoke song be?
Well, I wouldn't.
Well, if you did, gun to your head.
I don't know. Like what? Because
Pick a song.
There's songs that are like good for karaoke and songs that are not good for karaoke.
Well, nobody cares. What's your favorite song to like sing? Like, what would you want to sing?
I don't want to sing in public.
Oh my god.
Defying
Hypotheticals.
gravity.
There you go.
But it would not be good.
Oh, that's a very difficult go-to song.
Yeah.
Go-to
but
karaoke song. But okay, define gravity.
I feel like if I was to be forced into doing karaoke, it would be a musical song because it's camp.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Whereas like a regular song, it's like, okay, who are you trying to impress?
Every time I go to karaoke, with people, they all do like very British songs, like somebody want.
That's not British.
Yeah, it's not. But it's very
Like the
much
meme, I
in
guess.
British culture.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or
Shrek.
what's the other one? Something boy.
American Boy?
No.
YMCA?
Can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, so yeah, I prefer doing musical songs.
Yeah, after my work Christmas do, they were like, "Oh, we've booked a karaoke room." I was like, I'm gonna go. I was like,
See,
this is
I
not
would
for
only
me.
I only do it if it's in a private karaoke room, not in like a bar
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
like everyone sings to the whole bar.
Yeah.
That I hate. Yeah, my go-to. Do you know what it is?
No.
No? Take a guess. It's very easy to guess. My go-to
A
karaoke
musical
song.
song.
Yes. Disney song.
The Little Mermaid one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Part of your world.
Yeah. Oh my god,
That
that's
is
a
my
bit
go-to
deep.
song. That is my go-to.
Okay.
And I can sing in both in English and Greek.
Oh wow.
Period.
Oh, what a flex.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what I would do.
Did we ever tell you when we met Ashley Benson? Correction, I actually meant to say Jodie Benson, not Ashley Benson. Jodie Benson is the voice actress for Ariel in The Little Mermaid, and Ashley Benson is an actress on Pretty Little Liars. So yes, sorry for the mistake.
The singer.
Ariel voice actress.
Yeah. And she was nasty.
Yes. Well, yeah, kind of.
Maybe not nasty.
Exposing Ashley Benson.
Yeah. But...
So we met her at a Comic-Con in Manchester.
Mm.
And so you had to pay like £50 for an autograph. And before that, I went and bought...
That's so expensive.
I know. But I went and bought before that at the Comic-Con. There was this frame of like... It was a picture of Ariel and Eric. And it was the score sheet for Kiss the Girl.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, that's cute, whatever. And Rick said, oh, you should take that to sign it.
Mm.
I was like, okay. And stood in line, got there.
And she called you the F slur.
Pretty much. She didn't look at me like the entire thing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna talk to her. We're gonna have like a little chat. And yeah, like she took it. She was like, what's your name? I told her. She started writing and she didn't look up. Not a single. I started saying how much I love the movie, how much I love the song. I was saying how I can't stop singing the song. And Rick like made a joke. He was like, oh yeah, like can't make him stop singing it, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I probably sing it as much as you do. And she was just like, I was like, okay. And then I even went and told her how I grew up with the Greek version of it, and I love both the Greek and the English version and all that. No reaction.
She's like, I do not care.
She literally did not care. And she gave me the thing, and she didn't say anything. And I was like, okay, I guess we're leaving. And she wrote, like, may God bless you or something like that. And then and then she went on stage after that for a Q&A. And one of the questions was...
do you support gay rights?
One of the questions was, what do you do? What's your, like, morning routine? And she said, I wake up every morning and the first thing I do is pray. And I was like, I'm out. And we left.
Aww.
And I was like, wow, that was really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have many like celebrity. Well, is she even a celebrity? She's a voice actor. Do voice actors count?
I mean, it's a pretty iconic voice, so I would say she's a celebrity. But she's only known for that thing.
Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, I've not really met many celebrities, or at least people like gone up to them. You know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, me neither, because.
The only people I've met Will Young, but is he a celebrity anymore?
Who's Will Young?
Well, exactly.
Wow.
That was back in my acting era.
Was he an actor?
No, he was on one of the competition shows, not X Factor, but like I don't know what the other one was.
Britain's Got Talent?
No, it was older than that.
The Voice?
Older than that. You know, like I don't know. Anyway, he's not important. I met him because I was auditioning for a film, I think it was, in London.
What?
Yeah. And he was also auditioning, not for the same part, obviously, because I was like 10. But he was in the building.
What were you auditioning for? A main part? Or like?
No. It was just like if I remember correctly, it was a role where I literally would have been just a kid in a parking lot. That was like the name of the role.
Okay. Do you know what movie?
No.
Oh.
No idea. But yeah, I think I must have gone to like an agency to do the audition.
I've got a story to tell you as well.
And then he was coming out at the same time as me, and my dad was
like, the rivals.
That's Will Young. And I was like, oh my god, yeah.
Let me Google this, because I don't know who that's.
You won't know who he is. He's a singer. You won't know who he is.
I think I've seen his face before.
Yeah, maybe. But he was lovely. He was nice. And then the only other person I can think of.
Was he auditioning for the same role?
No.
The 10-year-old boy?
No. He must have been auditioning for like a bigger part or something.
46 years old.
But yeah, I think the only other person that I've met was someone who has been cancelled very hard.
Oh. Who?
Colleen Ballinger.
Oh. You know, I mean, I'm not ashamed to admit this. I was a fan of hers.
Yeah.
Like, well, as a teenager.
Massively.
Yeah, as a teenager. And like me and one of my closest friends from Cyprus, she's actually going to listen to this. She's very excited for our podcast.
Aww.
Shout out to Natalie. We were both obsessed with Colleen and like Miranda. And like, it's so cringe now. But back then, it was like the funniest.
See, I think if I was to look
thing.
back at like her original videos, like I would still find it funny because of just like, it just was like back then it was just still so funny.
And we used to like talk in that stupid Miranda accent.
I mean, when me and Andres met, that was literally like, we were insufferable because like most of our conversations would be in the Miranda voice.
Yeah, like even now, I think the only thing that's stuck with me is hello. We say that all the time. Like whenever we speak on the phone, we're like, hello. And we don't realize that it's from that.
Yeah.
We just think that's how we speak.
Yeah, that is a problem. Like a lot of the things that I say have originated from somewhere on the internet.
Yeah.
But like, it's just so far removed that it's, it is bad.
Okay, so you met her. Where did you meet?
Yeah, so me and my sister went to one of her shows in London. I actually have a picture on my Instagram, but I think I took it down because she got cancelled.
So I like how we went from Nintendo to this.
Well, yeah, celebrity interactions is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I met her there.
Is there music playing? Is that
Andrews? TV, isn't it? Oh.
How long have we been going? Should we take a break? Before you tell us about your interaction with Colleen. Colleen? Let's take a break. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Apologies for the people watching. We took a break and I realized our video stopped because we ran out of storage. But it was only for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, so hopefully now. I mean, it was a good place to stop anyway.
Yeah, see, I knew we needed a break.
Yes.
But now you'll see me glancing at my watch a lot because I need to be checking it.
So what was I saying? Oh, so yeah.
So your interaction with Colleen.
Colleen. Where were we? We were in London and she was performing. I don't want to find the year because I feel like the year makes it important because it was when she was like funny. Oh, there we go.
Oh my God, is that you and her?
It doesn't tell you when it was posted. Weird. Oh, 2013.
Oh, send me a screenshot of that. I'll put it in the.
I don't want to put. I don't want to be seen.
Okay,
I've archived the picture on Instagram so that no one can see it because I don't want to be associated with a predator.
Ooh.
Alleged. So yeah, so we went. I don't know who bought it for who. I don't know if I bought it for my sister or she bought it for me for a birthday. And yeah, we went to London to see her show, and it was only in like a tiny little venue, so like she wasn't like huge at that point.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I imagine YouTubers wouldn't perform in like huge venues.
It was like sort of like as YouTubers started to do those sort of like appearances
events,
and stuff. But she was kind of different because she was always kind of like a performer type person, wasn't she? Like she was a singer and stuff. So she was in like Broadway and stuff. So yeah, we went to see her show. Her show was really funny. Like when we went to see it, it was really funny. And I remember she was with her boyfriend, Josh.
Yes, I don't remember.
At the time, so he was like walking down the side of the thing, and he was also a YouTuber at the, well, I think he still is now, but he's not doing the same kind of thing.
Are they still together?
No.
Oh.
So I remember seeing him walking down the side of the aisle, and I was like, oh my God, that's him. And then she was like, oh yeah, like after I finish the show, like if you want, you can like meet me outside of stage door, and like I'll come do like a meet and greet kind of thing, like for free, like after the show.
Well, yeah, back then.
Yeah, they weren't paying £50 for a signed picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she was just stood there, like, and there was obviously like a massive crowd around her. Well, not massive, it was like a little crowd around her, and she was just going like one by one taking pictures and stuff. And I remember I got my picture taken with. No, my sister got her picture taken first, so I was there with the camera, and I remember being like, I guess you would be you would consider it starstruck, because I was literally like, I cannot speak. Like, I tried to be like, oh, okay, let's swap now, and the words just were not coming out of my mouth. I was like, okay, let's swap. And she was like, yeah, and then I had my picture taken with her, and then that was it. But like, again, she was lovely. No, not a creep to me. But obviously, people change. People have come out since. So not my proudest.
Interesting.
Celebrity. I'm sure there's probably been more people that I've like stumbled across on the street.
Yeah.
Especially with my parents, because my parents would be like the type of people to be like go and say hi to them.
But it's interesting that you had a very positive interaction with a celebrity that got cancelled, and I had a negative one with a celebrity that's like very admired and very
I've also seen. I mean, walking around like Manchester area, you see quite a few like. Who did Andrew say he saw the other day? He was like walking past.
Yeah, he saw Lidl's.
No, not him. Not him. Oh my god, who was it? He was walking past some restaurant, and apparently there was like a big crowd outside of this restaurant, and it was like some actor, like a famous actor.
Oh well, Rick saw a famous actor at a hotel near the village once, but he was like an old actor, like an old man.
Yeah.
Did he tell you about this?
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember which one it was, like his name, but I didn't recognize the name, but when he showed me a picture, I was like, oh yeah, I know him.
Let me see if I can.
And he said he just saw him walk out of the hotel.
That's weird.
I was like, oh, and also, we didn't see him, but you know my friend Jack?
Yeah.
He said they once saw Ian McKellen at a gay bar in Manchester.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I was like, what? Ian, it was his birthday the other day. Turned 80 something, 82, I think.
Oh, Ian McKellen, not your friend.
No, Ian McKellen. I would love to meet Ian McKellen.
It was not an actor. It was Bruce Springsteen.
What?
The singer.
I'm not very good with a name. Oh, God. Brew it.
Bruce Springsteen, he's
I'm not very good with names.
Very like iconic.
I don't know who this man is.
American country, I guess. Singer?
Then I would definitely not know him.
But he's very well known, very well known.
So this is who Andrew saw?
Yeah.
The fuck was he doing in Manchester?
Well, I don't know. But he has a song with Bleachers, aka Jack Antonoff, who is Taylor Swift's little bitch.
Yeah. Literally.
And like half of the pop industry's little bitch. And Andrews is a big Bleachers fan, so he likes that song with Bruce Springsteen. And he was like, "Oh my god, I just walked past him." I was like, "Wow,
interesting."
Didn't speak to him though. Obviously, he was like sat in a restaurant.
Well,
and
yeah.
he saw him through a window.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is weird. But then I always think like, is it weird to see? Like, I always feel like, oh, I'm just gonna play it off. Like, if I see a celebrity, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I love you so much. Like, that's weird. Like, if I was to meet somebody, like, I don't know. Example, if I was to meet
Beyonce.
Charlie XCX, for example, like one of my favorite like singers. Yeah, you would call her a singer.
Well, yeah. What would you call her, bitch?
I don't know, performer. But like, I love her. Like, she's like, I don't know. Her music is just always been amazing to me. But like, I feel like if I was to see her, I would not want to be like, oh my god, I'm such a huge fan, because I think she's too cool for that.
You definitely don't want to do that to Chaperone. She's gonna slap you.
Well, yeah.
I feel like Charlie would be cool with that if you went up to her.
Like fangirling?
Not like fangirling, but if you went up to her and said, "Oh, hi,
I'm
mean, like
she
a big
is quite
fan,"
like a chill person. I think like if people go up to her and be like, "Oh my god, like sign my Poppers bottle," she does it, and like sign my douche, they do it.
What the Poppers bottle?
So yeah, she's pretty cool, but like I just feel like I would not want to be one of those people that's like crying and like
no
dribbling like
yeah.
So I just want to be like, nice to meet you. How's your day going? Like
I feel like if people who cry with celebrities, I feel like this is so immature. Like
I just think like that literally that could have been you. You know, like you. Yeah. They're just a regular person. They're just a person
but also
that
like
you could have been in any other lifetime.
What the fuck are you crying about? Like you literally don't know this person. You think you know them.
Well, yeah, parasocial relationships, girl.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Crying for someone like I wouldn't even cry if I met Taylor Swift. I think. Maybe, but like I wouldn't be like, ah, you know.
Like that girl that was sat outside the stadium.
Oh my god! Every time I watch that video, I want to punch her through the video.
Not the violence. We do not endorse violence.
Sometimes, only sometimes.
Only in the right circumstances.
Yeah, but like what? Anyway.
Yeah, it is strange. I don't know. I like to think that I wouldn't be one of those people, but I just know that But I don't think it's because of like a starstruck thing. I think it's also because I just get anxious about stuff. So when I'm like in an awkward social situation, like what the hell do I say? It's not like oh my god, you're so famous. Like how can I be in your presence? It's like oh my god.
Yeah, I guess
I'm so awkward right now.
I guess it would be awkward because it's literally someone you don't know. So it's like going up to a stranger.
You don't know them, but like you've been a big part of your life, but they don't know you.
Yeah.
So it's like you seem to know all of this about them.
Yeah, so it's literally like going up to a stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I try and like, I mean, the whole idea of celebrity is just like wild to me. I just find it so like confusing, and I'm just like, how are people so obsessed with celebrity culture?
Yeah.
But then here we are, trying to get
talking
famous,
about celebrities. So. Yeah. No, we're not trying to get famous.
Well, maybe we're in it for different reasons. No, I don't want to be followed around. Like that is weird to me.
No. I mean, it would be cool if we gained a following. If somebody saw you in Manchester and came up and said, "Oh, hey, I listened to the 71st Floor."
Embarrassed. I would be so embarrassed.
Oh yeah,
if someone came up to me and was like,
embarrassed.
"Oh, hi," like I listened to your podcast, I'd be like, "Oh, for God's sake," you know, like
you'd be like, "That's not me."
Even though I'm not saying anything like that I wouldn't say to anyone anywhere. Like it's just weird to be like, "Oh."
I thought of that when I was promoting the podcast on Instagram. And obviously all my followers and like all my friends from back home, all my relatives or anything saw it, and I was like, I don't want people to listen.
I'm not gonna do that.
Like obviously I want people to listen to it, but I'm like, it feels weird if I know that like people I know listen to this.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit.
But who cares?
I just find it
who
cringe.
cares? They're not doing it. So
true.
Period.
And also, yeah, like what difference does it make? Like, I don't know.
Anyway, before I forget, when you said earlier that you went to audition for a movie,
oh, yeah.
I wanted to say I actually was in a movie. Well, yes, I was an extra in a movie that filmed in Cyprus.
Okay.
The movie flopped. The movie is a big old flop.
Because you were in it.
It was called Catherine of Alexandria when it was being filmed, but then I think it changed title to something Empire something. And it was like a historical film.
Right.
And they were filming in lots of locations, and one of them was going to be Cyprus. And the people, the production that came over, they contacted one of the big casting places in Cyprus, and they then the Cypriot casting agency contacted my ballet teacher because she has the biggest ballet school in Cyprus, and she said, would you be able to like get any of your students to like be extras to this movie? And she got us in, and sorry, it was also, I was 12. I was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
And I played. I was in like 3 scenes. One of them, I was with the main protagonist, and she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry."
Not joking.
I'm choking. Sorry.
Take a sip.
Yeah, I will. Give me 1 sec. Not the silence.
We'll edit it out. It's fine.
So yeah, in one of the scenes, we were in this old theater in Cyprus. That's an amphitheater. Is that a word in English? Because that's how it is in Greek. And it's quite old, but there's actually still shows playing there. It's such a good place. I'll find a picture. And they were filming there because it looked very old. And she was supposed to be sitting there giving like a speech to the people about God, whatever. And I was supposed to be one of like the village boy, the poor
peasants.
Yeah, poor peasant. And it was me and my ballet teacher's son, who's like my brother. We grew up together, younger than me. And we were together, and we were supposed to be walking through like the market behind her, and then go and sit next to her and like listen to her. And then I was supposed to take her necklace and like inspect it. And then some guards came, and we were supposed to, as soon as we heard like the mark or whatever, we were supposed to like look at the guards and run away. And that was it. And I have a clip on my laptop. I might put it in. And then the other one was, spoiler alert, at her execution scene, which was actually very interesting because they made a full doll of her,
Okay.
and put her on a wheel. So they, like Jesus, they put her on like this wheel.
She was nailed to the cross. She did nothing wrong.
Yeah. And they lifted her up and then dropped the wheel, like a wooden wheel, and she died.
Well, she was on the wheel and then the wheel dropped.
No, she wasn't. The doll was on the wheel.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But it biblically.
Yeah.
Biblically. Oh my god.
They did it like in front of like a crowd of people.
Mm.
I think to like set an example. I don't know. And I was like one of the people, and I was sitting on one of the walls, and I was meant to like, because the wheel was like right next to me, and I don't know if it was the director or because we had one girl who was responsible specifically for me and the other boy because we were the youngest, or like one of the youngest. So she was responsible for us. And she told me, because I was so close to where the circle was going to drop and it was wooden, she said, just in case anything like flies off at you, like as soon as it drops, like act shocked and like turn away.
Yeah.
So as if like you don't want to see. And I was like, okay. And I did that. But yeah, it was such an interesting experience because like every time they yelled cut, me and this other boy, they would run up to us with like blankets and they would rub our feet, and because it was freezing and we were barely wearing any clothes.
Yeah.
We would be like dipped in mud to look poor. Yeah. And so they would run up to us and like rub our feet with like warming creams and wrap us in blankets, and they would feed us and everything. And I skipped.
That's why the movie flopped, because they were trying to keep you too alive.
I skipped school for this.
Oh my god.
As well. Yeah, and then it released and it flopped. But I have a picture of it framed at my parents' house.
Wow.
Of me next to the main character.
Is it on streaming services? Can we go support the film?
No, unfortunately, you can't find it anywhere. I don't know if I still have it saved.
Was it a Greek film or
No. Foreign production. Yeah, here it is. So this is the one in the market.
Hello. Interesting. Very interesting.
Give me a sec. Oh,
okay. What the hell is that?
Oh, is this the scene where she dies?
Spoilers.
Oh no. So this is me. That's me.
Wait, which one? In the brown?
Yeah, that one. Look at my unibrow!
That does not look like you.
And look, I grab her. Give me the Oscar! Give me the Oscar! Look at this costume. Oh, we were scared. Run away. So funny.
Cute.
But it's cool, right?
Yeah.
And then this second one, I think you can barely see me in this one because I obviously was in a big crowd. But like my brother was also in it because my brother also has long hair and big beard, so he looked very like from that time. Yeah. No shade.
No shade. No shade. He looks old.
I think it takes a while to load because it's old.
Yeah, it's probably not on your. I don't know.
But yeah, that was a very cool experience.
Yeah, no, I auditioned for a lot of things as a kid. Never got anywhere. Probably the most like public one that I did was, well, actually, I auditioned for a couple of things. I auditioned for Billy Elliot, like young
I
Billy.
think you told me about this. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I auditioned for young Billy, and I think they must have put like the ad in like a newspaper, or like, you know, like they do like the like musical theatre newspapers or
That's
whatever.
my favorite musical.
Well, Billy Elliot.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And it's like my mum's favorite as well. So she was like, "Oh,
Oh.
like audition for."
Sorry. Pause.
Okay.
Pause. So here's the second clip. Me trying to screen record it from the illegal website I watched it on because it was nowhere else.
Oh, that's from the recording.
Yeah, this is a screen recording. I think I was sitting up there or something. I don't know why there's no sound. Ooh, girl. We're fast forwarding. Oh, the slow-mo. Yeah, that's me, and that's my brother.
Oh wow.
And then, oh yeah, and then I was like, I was young, but I was like, is that not going to be inconsistent? I was sitting on that wall, but then when they string her up, I'm on the other side, on the other wall.
Oh.
And I was like, people are going to be able to tell.
Little did you know the movie was not going to
Yeah.
do well, so no
They were
one's
like,
going to be watching it anyway.
baby, don't worry, the movie is not. But like you can see, it's like a big production.
Mm.
I don't know who this woman is, who this actress is.
Yeah, I wonder what she's doing now.
I bet she thought this was like her breakout. But he was a quite famous actor actually, like an older one. But he died. He actually died. I think like a year after this was filmed or something, which I think delayed the movie. Oh,
God.
Stirring her up. Yeah, I'll put the clip on the video.
So where is this supposed to be set?
Like time. Also, I'm
like,
that
like
one as well.
Region.
Did you see? I don't know. I think Greece, ancient Greece, or
What?
something. She's saying something.
She's yapping.
Her-
She's
her-
on her deathbed. She's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
let me just say some final words.
Her last words. I think there's a close up of my. Oh.
No, dropping in double speed. Kill her quicker.
Anyway, yeah, that's
Yeah.
too much. Okay. So yeah, that was my movie experience.
So yeah. So what? Yeah, I auditioned for Billy Elliot.
Yeah.
And that was sad because
Sad.
because at the time I hadn't had like
'Cause you didn't get
classical
it.
dance training, so I didn't know like the names of stuff. And I still to this day like punch myself because I'm like,
But to be fair,
stupid head.
Billy Elliot is not even that. Like, it's obviously about classical ballet, but
It
not-
is a technique. There's a whole like they have like the
Mm.
whole tap dancing.
Oh yeah,
scene and
tap.
stuff.
Yeah, not classical.
Well, there is
There are sections, but it's like, it's very contemporary. I guess the most classical.
I think the tap is
one-
quite a bit more difficult than like the rest of it.
I think the most classical one is the duet he has with like his future self.
Yeah, like on the
I love that.
yeah.
Oh,
So basically, they put the ad out in the newspaper, I think. So that's why we knew about it. And I auditioned for it, and they were
I'm
like,
sure this video is still going. Yes.
so yeah, I auditioned for it, and I think in the ad it was like, oh, you have to be under 5'5" or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
But a height requirement.
Yeah, because I think of the, they put them in the harness and they fly them around. I think that's why. And at the time I was like 5'6", so I was already too tall.
Wow.
But I was like, I'll
But
go
you went
audition
for it anyway.
And then I went to the audition and they were like, right, each of you like come up and we'll like do some like little test stuff for you. And they asked me to do like a time step. They were like, do you know what a time step is? And I was like, no. And they were like, okay. And then moved on and did some other stuff. And then at the end of it, I obviously didn't get picked to like move on to the next stage. And I went and told my dance teacher, the original one that I spoke about, like the first episode or whatever. And they were like, oh yeah. I said, they asked me to do a time step. I didn't know what a time step was. She was like, you do know what a time step is. You just didn't think that that's what it was called. So she was like, you do know what a time step is. And I was like, well, what is it? And she showed me and I was like, I didn't know what a time step was. So annoyingly, like I probably would have progressed further if I'd have just known what it was called. But because I didn't have the classical training at the time to know it was called a time step, like,
damn,
it was stupid. Because obviously, like, not to toot my own horn, but I was a good tap dancer, especially at that age. Like for a boy, I was quite a good tap dancer. So like I could have.
Would you have been able to do the accent?
No.
Give us your best Billy Elliot accent.
No. Because I have friends who are from that region and it's just bad.
What is
So
it,
I'm
like
not gonna-
Newcastle?
Yeah.
Go on.
No.
Why?
Because it's embarrassing. I'm not doing that. I'm not good at accents, except for the Australian one, which I'm also not doing. Because I don't want to offend anyone.
No one's gonna be offended.
But yeah, so then I remember being really annoyed at my mum, actually, because we paid for like I don't know if I already said this, we paid for like a agent.
Oh.
And they would sometimes call us up, which is how I got my Will Young audition on the same day.
Same day?
The same day as Will Young, I mean.
Oh.
So then, yeah, they also made me audition for, well, not made me, they asked me to audition for a TV show on the BBC that was called Life of Riley. They wanted me to audition for the main character of Riley, which I obviously didn't get.
Was Riley a boy?
Yeah.
Oh. Is that not a female name?
No.
Riley?
It's either.
Oh. I didn't know it was a boy's name.
Anyway, so there was that. There was another show on the BBC. There was like a competition show for Oliver Twist.
Okay.
They did a show where they auditioned for Nancy and Oliver, like the next Nancy and the next Oliver, and I auditioned for that, and they filmed the auditions. So I was like there in that, but I don't know.
Oh wow, I would want to see that.
I don't think I was ever broadcast on it.
Damn.
But yeah, how did we get onto this?
That's cool. I don't know how we got onto this. Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, I just wish that like I kind of took it a bit more seriously. And they also called us, actually. I was annoyed at my mum because they called us and they were like, "Oh, you can be an extra on Waterloo Road, but you need to get there by 2:00 this afternoon." And we were obviously in school. So my mum was like, "No, I'm not taking them out of school to go and be an
Not
extra."
your mum ruining your career.
I know. I was like, and like Waterloo Road as well at the time was like huge. It was like the biggest, like, I don't know what kind of genre it is, but it's like I don't know. I guess it's like a soap kind of TV show. That's what they call it, aren't they? Like soap operas.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, the biggest one, like especially with like kids my age, it was like very like popular. So I could have been an extra in that, and I could have been at school being like, wow, look at me. I'm just a little extra in Waterloo Road. But my mum was like, no. And also we would have had to drive all the way to Manchester to go and do it, and she was like, no, I'm not doing that. Which is fair, because it was like a 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah, I get that. Well, at least you had other experiences.
Yeah, I guess.
And you didn't get chosen in any of them. That was the universe saying, move on.
Yeah, the universe was like, yeah, you're not good at this. Find another hobby. But yeah, should have been a dancer, really.
You should have kept doing it.
No, oh well. Is what it is.
I mean, it's never too late to get back into it. I feel like we're going to bring this up every episode.
It's not happening. Stop trying to make me dancing happen. It's not going to happen. But yeah. Oh, you've not even seen Mean Girls?
No. I will.
I don't think
someday.
You will. It's like the most iconic.
Has Rick seen it? Do you know?
I think he must have done.
Because I feel like we said we were going to watch it.
Literally, like,
together.
The main thing that I would love to joke about with Rick is, like, because the main character, Lindsay Lohan, is South African in that film. And one of the, Amanda Seyfried, she's like, wait, she's like a dumb blonde kind of character. She's like, wait, if you're from Africa, how come you're white? And it's like the biggest like joke that I want to say to Rick. And I think I've said it to him before and he just didn't get it. And I was like, oh, what? And he just like completely ignored it. I was like, what do you mean?
That must have been the one thing you said.
Well, maybe, yeah. And one thing that I've seen that Rick hasn't.
Wow.
Damn.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's got all these years on me. He's seen so much more than I have. Just not Mean Girls. I mean, he must have seen it.
It is something that he would have seen.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe he hasn't. I'll ask him.
I feel like you need to have seen. If you were ever like a teenager in the like early 2000s, you would have seen Mean Girls. Clearly not.
I wasn't a teenager in the early 2000s. Beach.
I was a teenager. I was just a teenager.
I was a teenager in the 2010s.
Well, same.
Well, there you go.
I was
old bitch.
What would I would have been 13. So I would have literally just been a teen.
What year?
2010.
10?
9, 10. Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
I would have. Oh, wait. No, I wouldn't have been a teen.
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I was born in 97, June 97. So that's 97 to 2003.
Yeah, 2010, you were 13.
Yeah, so in the early 2000s, I would have been
Right. Not
12.
a teenager.
Not a teenager. Okay, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
Moral of the story,
What year did
go
it come?
watch Mean Girls.
What year did it come out?
I don't know. I'm not a thesaurus.
Oh, what? Mean
Encyclopedia.
Girl. 2004. Damn.
Oh, yeah, so yeah. See? Wait, what? I was 7 when that came out.
I was 4 years old.
You were not born in 2000.
I was born in 1999.
Okay, well, let's not get it twisted.
But I was born in December 99. So for most of 2004, I was 4.
Okay. Oh, gross.
Anyway. Shall we circle back to Nintendo?
We're too far gone at this point. There's no need.
I think we've
We've covered a lot.
Yeah, I think we've covered a lot. Do you have anything you want to talk about before we close off?
What do I want to talk about? I feel like there's always stuff to talk about. I don't know.
I mean, we don't have to. We can just leave it there. I think it's been pretty full. It's raining outside.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah, this has maybe been like the wildest of the episodes. Like,
Yeah.
In terms of
I think
where
especially-
it started and where it's gone.
Yeah. From Nintendo to Mean Girls.
I blame you for this.
What?
You
What?
meeting your icon. Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. Well.
Okay, we'll go about our day then.
Cut.
All right. See
Yeah.
you next time.
Well, yeah.
Bye bye.
Thanks for listening.